These are the worst fates in Warhammer 40k. Number 8. Flayed Ones. Imagine being a machine that can't eat, can't taste, can't feel anything, but you're starving. So you kill people and drape their skin over your metal body, hoping it'll help. It doesn't, but you do it again anyway. Flayed Ones are Necrons, ancient machine beings who gave up their organic bodies millions of years ago, infected by something called the Flare virus. It's a curse left behind by a dying god called Landagor. As they destroyed him, he cursed their entire species, basically, I'm taking you with me situation. The curse drives infected Necrons insane with a hunger for flesh they can never satisfy. You feel it start as an itch you can't scratch, a craving you can't name. Then it gets louder. You start fixating on organic creatures, not as enemies, but as something you need. The compulsion builds until you can't resist it anymore. You kill and then you skin the corpse and wear it like a cloak. Gore drizzles through your mechanical body because you can't digest anything. You try to eat the flesh anyway. It falls through you. The hunger doesn't go away. It never goes away. Your body warps into a hunched, clawed thing. Other Necrons exile or destroy you on sight because the virus spreads through contact. You end up in a pocket dimension called the Ghost Wind, surrounded by others like you dwelling in palaces built from rotting flesh. You're drawn to battlefields by the smell of blood, tearing open reality to get there. The worst part? You remember being something else. The virus amplifies the phantom memory of what having a body felt like, then turns that memory into hunger. You're a machine forever, chasing a feeling it can never have again. Number 7. Chaos Spawn. You worship the Chaos Gods, dark entities in an alternate dimension called the Warp, hoping for power. Maybe you get it for a while, extra strength, tougher skin, then one day the gifts stop being upgrades. Your bones elongate into spikes that punch through your own flesh, organs burst, spray acid and reform wrong. Tentacles sprout from your ribs, your jaw splits and keeps splitting, the body bloats into something that doesn't have a shape anymore, just a mass of shifting meat that won't stop changing. The pain shreds your mind almost completely. Almost, because a fragment of awareness often survives. Your eyes peer out from the ruin. You can't speak, can't think clearly, can't control anything. Just enough of you left to know what you used to be. A space marine captain named Phosis Takar, that's a genetically engineered super soldier, had this happen mid-battle. He was winning, tearing through enemies when he looked down and realized he was the monster. His body had become something massive and unrecognizable while he was still inside it. He let himself be killed. Only death ends it, and the Chaos Gods can do this to anyone, anytime, just because they're bored with you. They keep pens of spawn in their cities. The screaming never stops. Number 6. Gene Stealer Cult Lifecycle. You get ambushed by a Gene Stealer, an advanced agent for a galaxy-consuming alien swarm called the Tyranids. It injects alien genetic material under your skin while physically hypnotizing you. You wake up with no memory, but your DNA is rewritten. You're devoted to the creature now. You feel a compulsion to reproduce. Your partner gets infected through contact. Your children come out wrong with bulbous skulls, extra limbs, purple skin, but the psychic control makes you see them as beautiful. You love them completely. That manufactured love is real to you. Over generations, the hybrids look more human. By the 4th generation, they infiltrate the military and government. The cult promises star children will descend from the heavens to save everyone. 5th generation offspring are pure gene stealers, alien killing machines, and you look at them and see the most perfect beings you've ever created. Then the swarm arrives. The cult gathers in ecstasy and the psychic link breaks. For the first time you see the Tyranids with your own eyes. Not saviors. A storm of claws and teeth consuming everything you've built. You have just enough time to understand what you've been, what your children actually are, before you march blank-faced into digestion pools. Acid baths that dissolve everything into a slurry. Generations of love and sacrifice, all engineered so you'd walk yourself to the dinner table. This ranks here because the suffering is brief, but the betrayal is total. Everything you believed, everything you loved was a lie designed to feed you to the swarm. Number 5. The Obliterator Virus. 9 stages. By the time you notice stage 2, it's already too late. This is a chaos-tainted infection that fuses you with your weapons and armor. Spreads through touch. Stage 1. Nothing. You're a carrier. Stage 2. Your aim gets suspiciously better. Weapons feel like extensions of your hands. Stage 3 is when it gets ugly. Hold a gun too long and your skin grows over the trigger guard. Tendons fuse with a barrel. Your body starts generating ammunition between your muscle fibers. Stage 4, your armor won't come off. It's not stuck, it's you now. Metal and bone merge. Stage 5, you can absorb weapons into your body and push them back out at will. Your sanity starts cracking because some part of you knows what's coming. By stage 6, your body generates flesh metal, a fusion of muscle and powered steel. Nothing about you reads as human. Stage 9 is the end. You can recreate any weapon in the galaxy from your own body. You can teleport, but you can only walk. No running, no climbing. You're a weapons platform wearing something that used to be a person. No cure exists. The Iron Warriors, a traitor Space Marine Legion, deliberately infect their own troops with this. Number 4. Penitent Engine. The Imperium, humanity's galaxy-spanning empire, has a state religion, and that religion needed a punishment worse than death. So they built a machine that runs on your agony. You're a condemned heretic, someone accused of worshipping the wrong god or blaspheming against the Emperor. They wire you into the front of a bipedal combat walker. Arms clamped, wide body exposed, no armor, neural connectors hardwired into your spine. But the key component is a device lodged into your thalamus, your brain's pain center, that delivers artificial pain at least 100 times greater than any physical injury can produce. Your brain can't tell the difference between this and real damage, but your body can't die from it. Between battles, chemical implants loop guilt and agony through your nervous system without pause. You never sleep. Every second is spent reliving what you did, amplified, distorted on repeat. During battle, you feel every wound the enemy inflicts on the walker. A round punches through the chassis and you can feel it in your chest. Stimulants keep you alive through injuries that should kill you. You can't aim, can't think. You're a pain-fueled berserker lashing out at everything until something finally kills you. The church considers that redemption. There's a variant that seals you behind thick metal casing. Can't see, can't hear, can't die easily. Just darkness and pain for years. Decades. However long the machine keeps running. Number 3. Dreadnought Entombment. Most soldiers fear dying. Space Marines fear surviving too long. Because if your injuries are bad enough, they don't give you a funeral, they shove what's left of you into a walking coffin. Dreadnoughts are armored walkers with life support systems. When a Marine takes fatal wounds, they cut out whatever's still viable, torso, head, whatever's left, and seal it in a sarcophagus filled with fluid and neural cables. You wake in absolute darkness. Can't move, can't see, can't feel anything. You try to scream, no mouth, no lungs, just panic and nothing. Then they activate the Dreadnought systems. Suddenly, you have sensor data instead of your eyes, a walking tank instead of a body. Everything feels wrong and delayed, like piloting yourself through thick glass. Then they put you back to sleep. Because being conscious in there drives Marines insane. The sensory deprivation, the disconnect from having a body, the darkness. So they only wake you for battles and ceremonies. Then back to sleep for decades. Centuries. Each time you wake, more is gone. Can't remember the last battle, can't remember your brother's names. Each sleep cycle damages your brain. Eventually, you forget everything. Who you were, why you fight. Just wake, fight, sleep. That's all existence becomes. You didn't volunteer for this. Your chapter, your Space Marine Brotherhood, decided while you were dying. Some Marines beg to die once they understand what it means. Better to fall in battle than fade away in a walking coffin. But the chapter needs your combat experience. Your suffering is secondary. Number 2. The rubric of Iron Man. Picture being conscious but unable to move, see, feel, or speak. Not for hours, for 10,000 years. The 1,000 Suns were a Space Marine Legion with psychic abilities. A genetic flaw was turning them into Chaos Spawn one by one. Their greatest sorcerer, Arman, cast a spell to stop it. The mutation stopped, but the spell turned every Marine without psychic powers into dust inside their sealed armor. Bodies gone, spirits trapped, tens of thousands of warriors reduced to ash in suits that welded themselves shut. You're inside one of those suits right now. You have a shape like a man, but you're hollow. You have hands, but can't touch anything. No mouth, but you've been screaming since it happened. You want to breathe, but you can only drown, sinking without hitting the bottom. You can't move unless a sorcerer commands you to. Without orders, you freeze, a statue, for centuries. Something of your former self surfaces only in combat. A flicker of who you were that makes you fight like a living warrior for a few moments. Then it fades and you go still again, waiting. You don't know for how long. You lost track of time millennia ago. That's the 1,000 Sun story. Hope offered, hope ripped away, for 10,000 years. Number 1. Necron Biotransference. 60 million years ago, the Necrontyr were flesh and blood beings. Short, agonizing lives riddled with cancer on a radiation-blighted world. After losing a war against an immortal species called the Old Ones, their ruler, the Silent King, made a deal with godlike entities called the Catan. Give up your organic forms, transfer into bodies of living metal, live forever. Not everyone agreed. The ones who refused were rounded up and driven to the biofurnaces anyway. You wake up in your new body. It's stronger, faster, better in every measurable way, but something is wrong. You try to feel relief and can't. You try to feel anything and get phantom echoes where emotions used to be. Touch is gone, warmth, taste, smell, gone. You remember what they felt like, which makes the absence worse. You look at your children and they're machines now. Mindless automatons with no memory of who they were. You're one of the lucky ones. You kept your mind, most didn't. Above each furnace during the transfer, the Catan gorged themselves on the souls of billions. That was the fine print nobody read. Immortality delivered as promised. Every soul consumed as payment. It's a terrible emptiness gnawing at his mind, a hollowness that defied explanation. 60 million years later, it hasn't faded. The entire species lost the ability to reproduce. Permanent decline from the moment they became immortal. Dynasties have spent 60 million years trying to reverse it. None have succeeded. The knowledge came from the Catan and was never understood. That's the list. 8 fates where dying would be an upgrade. Which one scares you the most? Drop it in the comments. Subscribe for more 40k, and thanks for watching.